Let's see, Jason, Virginia, you're in the Wilkow Majority. Hello.
Hey, think back to the election. Do you remember how you and Hannity and all of Fox News just knew that Romney was going to win, and that was the prediction? You could set your clock by it. Is there any possibility that you are as wrong because you're living in a bubble about that, about the growth of the federal government, as you were about that?
Well, the predictions of Romney's victory were based. Okay, hold on a second. We're going to do a dialogue, or you can go away. The predictions of a Romney win were based on historic numbers like unemployment, that no one's ever gotten reelected. I'm sorry, is that amusing you?
Hilarious.
Okay, so you're the smartest call. Hold on a second, Jason. You being the smartest guy to ever call this program, you tell me what person got reelected with this level of unemployment.
Nobody.
Okay, so you're laughing.
You couldn't read a poll.
Okay,
problem.
Sir, polls can be skewed by whoever's taking the poll. I was looking.
Every poll was skewed.
Okay, historic numbers show that the chances of somebody being reelected with this level of unemployment and this level of economic growth was just didn't add up. The fact is, Obama got reelected.
You are proving my point to a T.
I'm proving you're nothing, sir. You've called this program. You've called this. Hold on, Jason. You've called this program before. You're not as smart as you think you are. Yes, you have. You've called plenty of times. You're not as smart as you think you are. You're calling up with an intention of simply getting under my skin by saying, you're wrong. You don't know any better. You don't know what you're talking about. You didn't read a poll. I read the polls, sir. I read the polls. You know, sir, the truth about polls is that all of the polls predicted that Reagan was going to lose not once, but twice. And he won not once, but twice. And in a landslide, I might add. So going on the polls, because I'm not done. You called me. You're saying that I didn't read the polls. I did read the polls. The fact of the matter is the polls aren't always right. The exit polls showed that John Kerry won the 2004 election until the actual tabulations came in. So polling data isn't always as accurate as the prism of history.
So your contention is that every poll that was taken, with the exception of maybe a Dick Morris poll, was wrong, and you just somehow knew in your gut, despite empirical evidence to the contrary.
No, the empirical evidence. Don't use big words that you don't know the meaning of. Empirical evidence is historical fact, Jason. Again, how do you square your contention with the fact that every poll that you're going to talk about said that Ronald Reagan was going to lose in twice? No, explain that one to me. You're the smartest guy. No, Jason, you're the smartest guy. You said you're... So this is all that you do. This is what a juvenile does. You're a juvenile. Okay. This is all this guy does. He yeah. I love the callers who think they're smarter than they really are. Well, Andrew, you didn't read any of the polls. The polls were all right. Okay. Well, tell me about the polls in prior elections, because there's been plenty of polls that have been wrong. There have been aggregate polls that have been wrong. Empirical evidence, for Jason who doesn't know what that means, is the overarching. The overarching historical data shows that most people don't get reelected when there's this type of economic inactivity. Jason, you can call every day. You're not going to get under my skin. You're never going to win a debate with me. And yes, I will talk over you when I'm not done. You don't get to jump in at a time of your choosing. You get to jump in when I'm done. If you don't like it, call Sirius Left. Sirius XM Patriot. Don, Florida, you're in the Wilkow Majority. Hello.
Hi there. Hello. First of all, I would like to have a dialogue, and I never heard an answer to Jason's question, which basically is, do you ever possibly think you could be wrong about anything you talk about?
Don, you're literally referencing a call from the first hour, which is fine.
All right. No.
I mean, because there are people that joined in that don't know who Jason from Virginia is, and I have a little cadre of callers who call every day and think it's their job to get under my skin. If you're just joining us, we have a caller named Jason who calls up and says, like, you don't do your research. You don't pay attention to empirical evidence. Okay, so what? Instead of asking me whether or not I think I'm wrong, why don't you break one of my arguments?
I would ask the same question. I mean, Jason just happened to remind me of it.
What are you guys on some forum? Are you guys on some forum board together or something?
I am in Naples, Florida. I know the meaning of the word empirical. You said you wanted to have a dialogue. I will start the dialogue.
I'm kind of entertained that in the third hour of the program, you're calling up to tell me. You're calling up in defense of a caller from the first hour, and I'm just asking, do you know Jason?
I am not defending anyone. I am asking my question.
Okay, ask your question.
Do you ever think you could possibly be wrong about any of your opinions?
Yes, when they're proven wrong, yes.
No, not when they're proven wrong. Do you ever think...
No. I hold on. Okay. Proving something wrong, if I am proven wrong, I am the first person to say, wow, I've been proven wrong.
Well, you want something. Okay.
Was that not the answer you were expecting? You were expecting me to give you some arrogant puffery there? If I am proven wrong, I will be the first person to say I have been proven wrong.
Yeah, after you've been proven, do you ever think when you state an opinion, this might be wrong?
Well, first of all, an opinion is not unless I'm saying what I'm saying is fact. I tell you when I'm giving my opinion. But why would I give you an opinion if I thought it was wrong?
I often have opinions that I say this might be wrong, but I think so.
Well, then, okay, if you're not sure of yourself, that's your issue.
Well, the fact that I am not
instead of now that we've wasted 2 minutes and 40 seconds, Don, why don't we focus on proving me wrong somewhere? Since you're trying to get me to question myself, which I'm not going to, you tell me something. Give me something that you think is wrong. Or are you just wasting my time?
You are answering my question.
Okay, you're not. Say, Don. This is. I play this game every day. Hold on, Don. I play this game every day, 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. You're now 3 minutes and 12 seconds. We're not talking about any theory, philosophy, facts, or information. You're trying to get into some subconscious tick of mine that maybe I don't have a mechanism that questions whether I think I'm right or wrong. If you're going to pick a topic or something that I've said, let's get to it, or else this is wasting time.
Did you ever think a woman could be president?
Do I think? Of course a woman could be president.
Did you ever think, or do you ever think a black man could be president?
Of course.
Did you think...
I'll go one step further. I think a black woman could be president.
Okay, very good.
Anything else?
Otherwise... Well, no, you...
Have I ever given an opinion on this program that stated that I didn't think a black person or a woman or an Asian or a Jew could be president in this country? Have I ever said anything like that?
No.
So, okay, again, you're asking me if I question myself, but you sort of...
All right, let me give you one in the future.
Okay.
Do you think Obama could be elected to a third term?
Oh, I guess if 2/3 of the House and 2/3 of the Senate and 3/4 of the states amended the Constitution, how else would he do it?
All right. Do you think the Constitution could be amended?
Of course it could be amended. 2/3 of the House, 2/3 of the Senate, 3/4 of the states.
Even though it has never been done before, except...
It's never been done before? What do you mean it's never been done before?
That the Constitution was amended to allow a third term.
It was amended to deny a third term. There was no term limits in the original Constitution for the president. As a matter of fact, in the Federalist Papers, the prevailing wisdom of James Madison was as long as the people wanted the president, they could reelect him endlessly, unlike a king who doesn't run for reelection. But that was stated with the parameters of Article 2 of the Constitution.
I understand that.
Okay.
My question is, you do believe that an amendment could allow Obama to have a third term?
An amendment can allow an immigrant to become president.
Right.
The Second Amendment could be repealed by the amendment process.
No. But even though it's never been done before, your basic point on the Romney being elected is that no president had ever been elected.
I said the conventional wisdom of the numbers, looking at ups and downs of the economy. It would be a rare feat for a president to get reelected with such high unemployment.
Because it had never been done before.
Oh,
that was,
what,
that was
sir?
Sir, yes, sir.
I'm not getting the connection here. Amending the Constitution is a grand effort. It can be done. It's been done plenty of time. Presidents have been elected against the conventional wisdom and alongside the conventional wisdom. The conventional wisdom, from my vantage point, was that this president was not going to get reelected with the numbers that we had. He did get reelected. I said the day after that I was wrong.
Okay.
But that was proven wrong.
But you never thought the day before that you might be wrong.
Of course I did. I never said that Romney was a lock. I never said on this program that Romney was a lock. Never once.
Okay, well, I can't say that I heard every one of your programs.
So now that we've done this for 7 minutes, what have you accomplished with this telephone call?
I have kept you on the air for 7 minutes, friend.
Okay, Don, have a nice day. I have other callers. Is it amazing to me, Mike? Pull down your microphone. You've been with this program since day one on satellite. Am I missing something here? That these callers, it's like a game. It's like Boiling Point on MTV or Candid Camera. They just want to see how long they can waste my time. You know what I think it is for some of these callers? I think nobody talks to them. I think they have no friends. And the closest they'll ever come to talking to an audience is getting on this program and just yammering until I hang up on them.
That was pretty amusing for about 7 minutes, though.
I
got a kick out of it.
Did I ever say once that there was no way in hell that this president was getting reelected? I said I would be shocked. I honestly, looking at 7.8% unemployment as a floor for 4 years, a growth in the deficit from the previous administration that had growing deficits, I just didn't think anybody would vote this president back if the economy was the first and foremost issue. Well, it turned out I was wrong. I'm really starting to think some of these callers, if they can't afford therapy, if nobody wants to talk to them and they can't afford to pay someone to talk to them, they'll call me and just take up as much time as they possibly can. Because we advance nothing here with that. Mr. Wilkow, I disagree with you on this, and here's why, and I think you're wrong. You've inaccurately cited the Constitution. You've inaccurately cited those figures. I don't get those kind of calls. I get that. Do you ever think you could be wrong? Well, do you think a woman could be president? What about a black person? I think a black woman could be president. I think a black woman in an interracial marriage could be president. How about that one? 1-866-95-PATRIOT. All right, I apologize for that. We wasted an entire segment. I will get calls next. Sirius XM Patriot.